Welcome to the Top 10s Box. Today we have listed the 10 rated web series of all time for you. Let's get started. Daredevil is at the 10th place of our list. Daredevil is an American television series created by Drew Goddard for the streaming service Netflix, based on the Marvel Comics character Daredevil. It is set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, acknowledging the continuity of the franchise's films, and was the first Marvel Netflix series leading to the crossover miniseries The Defenders. Charlie Cox stars as Daredevil, a blind lawyer by day who fights crime as a masked vigilante by night. The first season was released in its entirety in 2015, followed by the second in 2016, and the third in 2018. It, along with the rest of Netflix's Marvel series, were removed from Netflix and added to Disney Plus in March 2022. The Family Man is at the 9th place of our list. The Family Man is an Indian Hindi-language spy thriller streaming television series and features Manoj Bajpayee as Srikant Tiwari, a middle-class man secretly working as an intelligence officer for the Threat Analysis and Surveillance Cell, a fictitious branch of the National Investigation Agency. The series is produced and directed by Raj Vedk. Samantha Ruth Prabhu was hired for the second season of the series as the main antagonist. It received acclaim from critics and audiences, praising the performance of the cast members and writing and execution. It eventually became the most viewed web series on Amazon Prime Video. The second season was released in 2021. The Family Man received 11 Filmfare OTT Awards, 5 Asian Academy Creative Awards and 2 awards at the Indian Film Festival of Melbourne. Dexter is at the 8th place of our list. Dexter is an American crime drama television series that aired on Showtime from 2006 to 2013. Set in Miami, the series centers on Dexter Morgan, a forensic technician specializing in bloodstain pattern analysis for the fictional Miami Metro Police Department, who leads a secret parallel life as a vigilante serial killer, hunting down murderers who have not been adequately punished by the justice system due to corruption or legal technicalities. The series enjoyed mostly positive reviews throughout its run. The show has received myriad awards, including 2 Golden Globes won by Hall and John Lithgow for their roles as Dexter Morgan and Arthur Mitchell, respectively. In April 2013, Showtime announced that Season 8 would be the final season of Dexter. Dark is at the 7th place of our list. Dark is a German science fiction thriller television series co-created by Baran Bo Oder and Jean-J. Fries. It ran for 3 seasons from 2017 to 2020. The story follows characters from the fictional village of Winden, Germany, as they pursue the truth in the aftermath of a child's disappearance. They follow connections between 4 estranged families to unravel a sinister time travel conspiracy which spans several generations. Dark received critical acclaim, with praise for its tone, visuals, acting, casting and the ambition and complexity of its narrative. The series ending also received critical praise. In 2021, the BBC ranked the series as the 58th greatest TV series of the 21st century. The Boys is at the 6th place of our list. The Boys is an American superhero television series developed by Eric Kripke. Based on the comic book of the same name by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson, it follows the eponymous team of vigilantes as they combat superpowered individuals who abuse their abilities. The Boys premiered its first season of 8 episodes in 2019. A second season premiered in 2020, with the third season following in 2022. In June 2022, the series was renewed for a 4th season. The series has received positive reviews and praise for its writing, storyline, humor, and performances of the cast. The series was nominated for 6 Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Drama Series in 2021. Succession is at the 5th place of our list. Succession is an American satirical black comedy drama and family saga television series created by Jesse Armstrong. The series centers on the Roy family, the owners of Waystar Royco, a global media and entertainment conglomerate, who are fighting for control of the company amid uncertainty about the health of the family's patriarch, Logan Roy. Succession has been widely acclaimed by critics for its writing, acting, production values, and examination of its subject matter. The series has received several awards and nominations, including the British Academy Television Award for Best International Programme and 2 wins for both, the Golden Globe for Best Television Series, Drama and the Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Drama Series in 2020 and 2022. Fargo is at the 4th place of our list. Fargo is an American black comedy crime drama television series created and primarily written by Noah Hawley. The show is inspired by the 1996 film of the same name, which was written and directed by the Coen brothers, and takes place within the same fictional universe. The 3rd season, set primarily in Minnesota from 2010 to 2011, premiered in 2017. Like previous seasons, it was met with acclaim from critics and received Emmy nominations including Outstanding Miniseries and acting nominations for McGregor, Coon, and Thewlis. It received 3 Golden Globe nominations for Outstanding Limited Series and McGregor and Thewlis for acting, with McGregor winning in his category. The 4th season received generally positive reviews, though was not as highly acclaimed as previous seasons. Game of Thrones is at the 3rd place of our list. Game of Thrones is an American fantasy drama television series created by David Benioff and D.E.B. Weiss. It is an adaptation of A Song of Ice and Fire, the first of which is A Game of Thrones. Set on the fictional continents of Westeros and Essos, Game of Thrones has a large ensemble cast and follows several story arcs throughout the course of the show. The first major arc concerns the Iron Throne of the 7 Kingdoms of Westeros through a web of political conflicts among the noble families either vying to claim the throne or fighting for independence from whoever sits on it. Game of Thrones attracted a record viewership. Critics have praised the series for its acting, complex characters, story, scope, and production values. The final season received significant critical backlash for its reduced length and creative decisions, with many considering it a disappointing conclusion. Chernobyl is at the 2nd place of our list. Chernobyl is a 2019 historical tragedy television miniseries that revolves around the Chernobyl disaster of 1986 and the cleanup efforts that followed. The series was directed by Johan Renck. The 5-part series premiered simultaneously in 2019. It was acclaimed by critics who lauded the performances, cinematography, historical accuracies, atmosphere, direction, screenplay, and tone. At the 71st Primetime Emmy Awards, it received 19 nominations and won. At the 77th Golden Globe Awards, the series won for Best Miniseries or Television Film. While the series was exhaustively researched, some liberties were taken for dramatic purposes. While critics, experts, and witnesses have noted historical and factual discrepancies in the miniseries, the creator's attention to detail has been. Breaking Bad is at the top of our list. Breaking Bad is an American crime drama television series created and produced by Vince Gilligan. The series follows Walter White, an underpaid, overqualified, and dispirited high school chemistry teacher who is struggling with a recent diagnosis of stage 3 lung cancer. White turns to a life of crime and partners with a former student, Jesse Pinkman, to produce and distribute methamphetamine to secure his family's financial future before he dies, while navigating the dangers of the criminal underworld. By the time that the series finale aired, it was among the most watched cable shows on American television. The show received numerous awards, including 16 Primetime Emmy Awards and 4 Television Critics Association Awards. In 2013, Breaking Bad entered the Guinness World Records as the most critically acclaimed TV show of all time. We have come to the end of the video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.